Hey, oops, lol, forgot to upload again, haha. So it's been a bit. I got kinda distracted by real life for a while since I ended up stopping doing the job that I was doing before and started doing the job I'm doing now. For those of you who saw the last video that was on here before I actually did quit YouTube forever for a year, I did the Spooktober Game Jam in 2023 and didn't finish in time. That video is private now because I didn't finish it in time. However, it is a new year and Spooktober has come around again and I over-engineered my project and won't finish it in time. For those of you not in the know, Spooktober is a game jam for horror visual novels. Despite probably not being able to finish it in time, I would still, like someone else to see what I've done so far, and then I was like, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel. So in this video I'm talking about the thing that I'm working on right now. If you don't care about the intro, you can skip to this timestamp where I show you what I've got and where it's going next. Something I've wanted to make for a really long time is a point-and-click escape room visual novel, kind of akin to the Zero Escape ones, but the trouble is that requires a hefty amount of environment design, and making scenes in Unity look nice is a challenge for me because I still haven't figured out how to use the bake. That's why when I attempted the jam in 2023, I tried making it on Unreal Engine. The results looked pretty good. The trouble, of course, is that I couldn't use C# and scriptable objects, I had to use blueprints, which added a whole heap of time onto the dev cycle that I didn't have in September, and ultimately it didn't work out. It also didn't work out this time, but if you're wondering where the screenshots from the old version of this game are, I don't have them. That's because they were on the previous machine I used on my last job, but I don't have that machine anymore, because that machine belonged to my previous employer, and now I work for my new employer who gave me a different machine that I'm using to make this, Gowland DDS. That concludes the introductory stuff. Here's gameplay. So the game functions similarly to the games like Zero Escape and so on, where you're in a room, you find items, solve puzzles, use items on things to solve puzzles, and so on in that fashion, repeat infinity until you win. This is the first escape room on the left side of the timeline, where you find yourself in an old-fashioned study type room and can't get out. Here's the walkthrough. You find a knife and a letter which reads, "Kill the world," and you conclude you have to stab the globe in the world map in order to get the car to travel across the shelf and hit the lever which opens the door and lets you escape the room. Of course, you can't just stab the globe because the globe is locked in the suitcase. You need to unlock the suitcase by getting the key from the desk drawer, which is sealed by a star puzzle you have to complete. But then the world map doesn't do anything when you stab it, so you have to get the code from the TV by fixing the wires in the TV that gives you the combination of lockpicking you do to activate the TV again, which gives you the list of continents you have to stab and in what order in order to get the second ding ding, which makes the car go again, and then the door opens and you win. So that's pretty much all the gameplay aside from a couple of dialogue bits. Getting all those systems and stuff to work took like 3 weeks. The dialogue and object interactions are all controlled by XNode, which if you don't know is a node-based visual scripting solution for Unity, and if you're interested in learning more, I'm the 3rd, 4th, and 5th result on Google for it for some reason, so link in the description. Here's what I still need to do next. Number 1. Make every other escape room. 2. Finish writing the story so it makes sense. 3. Make the other cutscenes because in my infinite wisdom I decided my game jam game should have cutscenes. 4. Block out the flowchart for the timeline. Actually, I should explain how the timeline works. So for narrative reasons I'll tell you another time, the timeline in the game is split into 2 broad paths, depending on which room the player chooses to start in. That decision is relevant, again for narrative reasons that expositing here would mean spoiling the ending. But what I haven't decided is that after that, how should the timelines look? Should they just go straight downward and then the game ends? Should they branch out way more like Zero Escape does and add a bajillion centuries to the production timeline? Should I just have the game crash after the first level and blow up your hard drive? Send letters with the answer to this address. Anyway, what else to do? Actually, no, I think that's everything. I guess I should make a main menu at some point and add the ability to save your game, and I don't know, maybe while I'm at it I could develop some sort of miracle technology that lets me time travel back to September 1st and decide to work on a more achievable project in the 4 weeks I had available. That's all I have for you today, and probably for the next 12 months given my upload schedule. But assuming I remember to upload again, I want to make a documentary about the tabletop game Globbus War soon. I'm going to bed now.